Do you want to transport all of your inventory blocks up really high, really fast? Maybe you've got a mining run and that you've got loads of stuff you want to get up to your base on the surface, or maybe you've got a sky fortress and you want to get stuff from ground zero all the way up to the very highest point in Minecraft, but you're a little bit confused about redstone torch towers. Don't worry, you don't need a redstone torch tower anymore. I've got a really great solution for you. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avomance. And today, hello Mr. Chicken, today, what are you looking at? Don't you look me up and down. And today we are going to be making a really interesting new design for an item elevator. It's so simple, it is absolutely ridiculous. And I have a small channel called Brodano Redstone to thank for this. There is a link in the description below to the video where he introduced me to this as an idea. And he said, Avo, why don't you make a video on it? So here I am doing it. Here is really nice ideas using observer blocks for your item elevator. It could not be more simple. I think we need to just crack straight on with it right now. So the items you're going to need for this particular build are a load of droppers. I don't know how many because I don't know how deep you're going to want to go. Redstone comparator times 2. Couple of blocks that are conductive. I'm just using stone brick so it differentiates from the different area. A redstone repeater. 3 bits of redstone and a load of observers. Actually, you need the same number of observers that you have droppers. The same number, and then some chests, and then we're going to do a little bit of a bonus collection system using powered rails, normal rails, lever and mine carts with hopper, and I'll come on to that a little bit later. Ignore this stuff at the top, that's what we're going to pretend we've collected. Let's get on with the video. So we have done absolutely loads of mining. We've got loads of stuff that we want to transport up to our base on the surface, but it is miles away and we've got a long way to go, and we've got more mining to do. Look, there's a bit more iron there that I've even missed. So we have got to get ourselves an item elevator that goes all the way up there really simply. This design could not be more simple, using a really clever way of using observer blocks. So I'm just going to build the basic platform. So we're going to have one dropper facing upwards. Then coming out of that dropper, we're going to have a redstone comparator. That comparator is going to go into a load of stone brick. That's just because it is a conductive block. Doesn't have to be stone brick as long as it is a conductive block. Then out of that, we're going to have a redstone repeater. And then out of that we're going to have another block. This is because it conducts the signal really strongly all the way around. Then here we're going to get another comparator and we're going to put that into subtract mode. That's really important because what we're going to do here is create a little 1 tick clock. So whenever there is anything in this dropper here, it is going to power up this comparator. That comparator is going to shoot a signal that will reach that block. Even if it's only one item, it will reach that block. That block will then shoot something through that repeater into this block, through here, and because that is in subtract mode, it is going to create a 1 tick pulse that goes dung dung. And I know that just made you dizzy, all the way around that circuit. So that's really dead easy. And then we're going to get an observer, and we are going to put an observer facing downwards towards this piece of redstone. So every time that updates, it is going to shoot a little bit of a redstone pulse out of its bum like that, straight up. And that's what we're looking for. And then the next thing you want to do is just build your tower of droppers as high as you need it. And quite frankly, I have no idea how high that's going to be. So I am going to come back when I've done that. So we're right up at the surface and you can see our dispensers have gone all the way to the top. Now that might just be a tower of 4 or 5, or that could be loads and loads depending on how far down you have been mining or how far up you want your elevator to go. So now we need to do the observer blocky bit because they need a little bit of power. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to get over this piece of redstone here, the first one that comes out of that comparator block there, and we're going to have an observer facing downwards like that. And you can see the little red flash came out of its bum because it effectively was updated, and every time that redstone turns on and off, that is going to update that observer, which means it's going to shove a 1 tick pulse out of its bum, and that's going to update whatever's above it, and on and on and on. Now there's a few different ways that you can do this, but in order to not waste too much, I would get yourself a disposable block and stick the disposable block on the observer there, and then get another observer and point it downwards, and then an observer, disposable block, and then another observer, and carry on like that all the way to the surface. Now, this disposable block is actually going to become a redstone dust, but it's a lot easier to build if you do it, I find personally, if you do it this way in survival, because it's really difficult to get yourself lined up to put the observers in the right place if you don't do it this way. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and I will see you once I've done it all the way to the top. And we're right back up at the surface again, and you can see if we just sneak a look over there, we've got our temporary block and then observer, temporary block, observer all the way down. So now we need to kind of connect that all up. So let's go back down to the bottom, and where there is a temporary block, we need to get an observer in there. So if we just remove that temporary block, you can see the observer is looking at the bum of the observer going downwards that way, and we need to do that all the way up. So we're going to put an observer on every single one looking outwards like that, so you can see it's just looking outwards waiting for that to tick off. So I'm going to carry on doing that, and when I finish that I will be back with you. Now we've gone all the way to the top, and you can see everywhere that we've got one of these orange blocks, we've got the observer looking out straight into it. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace each orange block with a little bit of redstone. So now I appreciate you're going to need to work out how you're going to do this in your survival world, but it's not that tricky. Just a little bit of redstone, replacing each of those orange blocks like that, and you can see the observer's going a little bit mad, where they're all getting very observy of that little bit of an update going on to the back of that block, which is great because we want these observers to be looking really hard for these updates. So I'm just going to come all the way to the bottom like that, 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 and like that. So that is the whole way up. So what's going to happen, something's going to come into that, it's going to sweep the signal all the way around, go into this clock, and whilst that clock ticks, the observer will see the signal going in there. That is an update. That will then shoot a 1 tick pulse out of its bum, which will activate that piece of redstone. That will then be an update that will see and shoot a bit of redstone pulse out of its bum, and that will see and shoot a redstone pulse out of its bum there, which will update that, and that will go up and up and up and up and up, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And that will shoot everything up through the system right to the very top. So at the top, we need to get ourselves a little chest. So I'm going to go back up to the top now, and I shall see you there. So we're back at the top, and we don't want all of our stuff just shooting out the top of this particular dropper. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a double chest there. Remember to go into crouch, otherwise it does that and it's really annoying. A double chest there that is going to collect all of our stuff that comes out of that dropper. That observer won't affect the chest in any way, so that will slowly fill up with all of our stuff. Right, let's get back down again. The item elevator is now actually complete. You can see it goes all the way up. It looks incredibly grand, and you can make it look really nice. That is very basic, but you could flash it up completely. But what we're going to do now is we're going to test it. And the way we're going to test it is we're going to put some stuff into this bottom block right here. And when that goes in, you'll hear a load of ticking, and then everything will shoot up. You won't be able to see it, but we'll go up to the top, and it will be in the chest at the top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in here, let's put, I don't know, should we put the 10 andesite in? Let's put the 10 andesite in. You can see that shoots up. It's already all gone. All the ticking has already stopped, which is amazing. It's super, super fast. And then we're going to come right up to the top, and we should, if everything's gone right, see 10 andesite in this chest at the top here. So let's just open that chest, and there it is, 10 andesite. That's exactly what it is we wanted. So that's brilliant, but it's not very practical just having one dropper here with nothing to feed into it. Now you could do it a number of ways, couldn't you? The first and most obvious way is to get a hopper. I just need to get myself a hopper. Get a hopper and feed that hopper directly into the back of that there. So anything that gets dropped into the hopper will get sucked into the system and go straight up. I'm then going to put another hopper there, so we've got a dual hopper. Now if you wanted to, you could just get yourself a chest and put anything in there that you wanted, and that would be sucked right through. But I think we could do something a little bit more interesting than that. What do you reckon? Because I'm going to be mining all the way up there, I could be mining all the way down there, I could be mining everywhere really, couldn't I? So what I want actually is a way to, no matter where I am, I can just mine, lob a load of stuff in a chest and forget about it, and it get transported here for me and then get shot up. So that's what I'm going to do now. Now, in my experience, the easiest way to transport something horizontally is by using a rail system. So we're going to use a rail system to transport all of our branch mine stuff down to our central shooty uppy item elevator section. So I'm going to put one powered rail there. Doesn't matter that it's pointing the wrong way, because when we get another rail there, that is going to straighten it up. We're then going to go into crouch, let's put one on there, and then another one on there. And then we're going to stick another powered rail there. Now, you don't have to have the powered rail that soon. You don't have to. But I'm going to put a powered rail every kind of 5 or 6, just to keep a little bit of speed on the mine carts that we're going to have. Because the bigger the gap, the more it will slow down. And it will just make the entire system take a little bit longer. So we're just going to keep the relatively frequent powered rails until we get all the way to the end of this makeshift branch mine thing. And then we're going to do something else there. 1, 2, 3, and then we need a powered rail at the end. And what we're going to do is every place that we've got a powered rail, we need to be able to power it. So we're going to stick a lever there. You see that turns that power on, but we're going to leave that off for now. Lever there, turn it on. Lever there, turn it on. Turn it on all the way to the end, like this, and a lever there and turn it on. So that one is now on. So we're going to come back to this bit here, and this is going to be where we're going to be mining. So that we could have multiple stations here. It doesn't matter. You can go away. Get out of my way. There you go. You can have multiple stations, but we're just going to build one at the moment. We're going to put a double chest right there, so that is easily openable, and we're going to put whatever mining stuff we've got, what we've created with diamonds, whether it's redstone, whether it's lapis lazuli or just cobble, we're going to dump it into one of these things. Now this could just carry on this rail all the way up there. There could be another station with another chest, there could be a branch line coming off. There's all sorts you could do here, but right now we've just got the one. Then we're going to put minecart with hopper on that rail. What we want to do is get this minecart with hopper running infinitely, and the way we're going to do that is just by turning it on, and that is going to shoot all the way up there. You can see it's going all the way up, and when it hits the powered rail at the end with the block against it, it's going to come back again, and then when it hits this powered rail with a block against it, it's going to go back again, which is brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer all the stuff that we have mined, and we're going to put it in this chest. Whilst that minecart is moving, it doesn't matter that the minecart's moving, and when it comes under, it's going to nick a load of it. Did you see all that lapis go down then? Well, that's going into that hopper, and that hopper's running all the way up there, and we're going to follow it this time. So it's going there, it's just picked up a load more stuff. Look, all the lapis has gone. So we're running up this way, and then what's happening is as it goes over these hoppers here, these hoppers are pulling it out of the minecart with hopper. So everything's going into that chest is slowly being deposited. Can you hear that clicking? Well, that's where it's gone out through the hopper into the droppers and is shooting up to the surface. So let's let it do that a few more times. So we're going to have a look in this chest, and we're going to see how much of our stuff has already left the chest. So now obviously it's not a super fast system because it can only pick up so many items as it goes underneath that chest, but we've already got quite a lot of these bits have already gone, and they would have been thrown into the collection system at the other end. Every time it goes under the chest, it picks up 2, and then it comes past back again as it immediately turns around and it picks up another 2. So it's going to collect it all fairly nicely. You can see it took a load of stuff there as well. So what's happening there is if we go all the way down here and we're going to go up to the surface, you will see that we've got pretty much the stuff that has gone out of here is going to be up at the surface. So let's go and have a look. You can hear the clicking as we're going up, as it is shooting stuff up. It's shooting that stuff up faster than we can even collect it. And then if we check this chest, there's the stuff. And every now and again, those numbers are going to go up. You can see we've got 20 cobblestone in there at the moment. and now it's going up to 24 because it's just dropped in. And imagine that's going constantly as you're filling up those chests, and it's a really efficient way to get the stuff up to the surface. And it really isn't any more complex than that. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Brodano Redstone. That is a cracking idea. Very impressed. I like it very much, and I will definitely be using it in my Minecraft builds moving forwards. Look, stuff's still coming up. It's absolutely superb. I hope you have enjoyed that video. If you have, make sure you slap that like button. All those villagers in the village behind me are doing it right now. Hit the like button, and let's see if we can't get, I don't know, should we go for something really modest, like 276 likes on this video? Just a little one. 276 likes on this video, and hopefully you'll hit the sub club whilst you're there as well. That red button on the right hand side, make sure you slap that, and I'll look forward to seeing you in another video. Let's take it easy now. Bye.